the omo yen say ombe so mu chief justice we no mu do omo chief justice ba oko constitution ni mu a ye will be a friend tribunal regional tribunals ordinarily any democratic constitution biano it should not have what we call regional tribunals under it now yen ko what regional tribunals are under the constitution now regional tribunals because JJ Rawlings or no military mindset in or you know and what the regional tribunals special constitution
obusuafo say law na Okatakyei Afrifa edi Ghana for free of charge no ano ayedin di asamoa won say chief justice ye babe yinedi a John Dramani Mahama epese eja ofiri mu na okopa bi tina kakra chief justice na die pa na chief justice waye nti ayeyi na die na mekwa na minim details ne saa na Okatakyei Afrifa ye video bi a waka nsem bi wo mu a mepese wutie asem Okatakyei kan no very deep na nsem Okatakyei kan no na utie alikunti a John Dramani Mahama epese wo ji eye chief justice ni free ho a no crap said Okatakyei kan dia ene na no woten udi ti do Okatakyei kan
or say there shall be established in each region of Ghana such a regional tribunals as the chief justice may determine. Can you? So it has left the creation of regional tribunal in the hands of the chief justice. I don't know so justice tokunu. So they have to change justice tokunu. So the chief justice will come and establish regional tribunals in the whole regions. It's court is because of more train, so treat justice tokunu, chief justice. Normally, chief justice for Fraba, no be established regional tribunals. 22 years, we've not done regional tribunals. So, Omo be setting up regional tribunal. According to Article 142, JJ Rawlings is the way she because also when you court you need said there be a court no or be creative on one kasane there. Now your mama no yes civilian government no also will be creative regional tribunals. The moment chief justice and one man in TSC chief justice. No kure woman in any. Bese no kura wo mu nyina ni govi ade nto beso mu yi chief justice ni ana regional tribunal establishing no who here lawyers it dey here na say ode wono ndc for back church. So in this case omo ye faster no omo do majority in parliament no pass mbra no omo dey regional tribunal na regional tribunal atena so no omo dey dimcrofo case. It is the so go through the High Court, the Court of Appeal. Almost what would you sue? It will be creative regional tribunals. This is what your mama is doing. The entire chief justice in India. Men make a chill. And come on, Article 142, 143. The jurisdiction of the regional tribunal. And the courts are in appellate. Because appellate jurisdiction. You do as a magistrate, and ye yafako, we are not about High Court, not High Court, Court of Appeal, not Supreme Court. But with the regional tribunal, the appellate jurisdiction of the court is given to the regional tribunal. You don't go to Court of Appeal. It's won't obey. You do as we, Naka so call appeal, Abasa call Maho. Adios justice toko nuaye, and it's yendy, and free one say, was so or recommended say, yen promoted some 5 justices be. But first of all, if your recommendation it is against the law, dear Parliament a war, Article 1442, you read Article 1442 or say, Supreme Court justice shall be appointed by President, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with Council of State. Not just that, and with approval of Parliament. So Ampani Ampa say, Sekufado, and I say Justice Tokunu, will follow this process. I don't know Parliament approve it. Now, two cardinal principles of law when it comes to the fundamental human rights. All the alterum patterns, and a normal Judas in Casaso. All the alterum patterns say there are some two obisua. Yencheni perimi, and you say, sa case of constitutional interpretation. Now, a speaker assembly the court. A constitutional interpretation, which the courts have been given at Article 2:1, the right and power, 2:1 and 130. See the action bar. Only Supreme Court know what to me. So what you interpretation. What's the yentie a abans man baby. Now nobody abans man baby court. We own a mama's wood in a show. eti ono ayam gano Chief Justice tiatiano Chief Justice catches one guy so shouting eti a abuse of the fundamental right our article 33 among the processes are abuse of fundamental right as a person you can go through article 33 and seek redress you can sue the Chief Justice you don't sue the Chief Justice because wabayaba your mama so be court where your lawyer Chief Justice tiatiano eti yenyina so mfanyi Chief Justice Wayo, if wayo, when I mama so wojina so. Ababu ya bodam. Baby, I'm telling you, abana bodam. No, I'm telling you. Abana bodam. Na me shata me share you can say Sofa Yakufu, former Chief Justice. Me share former Attorney General. You can say Betimodi Drusu. Na ma share one more. And then you run one more sa committee so says how do you imagine us the Chief Justice? Clearly, this nation is heading back to the kudis. Economy. Almost still a cool mindset. We have your mama and go for being cool mindset. JJ Rollins had gone on. A woman. A junior Macachamo. Mr. Chief Justice on Bessom Yin. The Etron Bessom Yin said, Almost by your mammy. Almost a Kufuado are fairly. The High Court with MPP inclined people. Am I gonna know? And so MPP inclined people, yeah. I know we release Japanese to force and I know more. So the Omo Yen say, "Ombeso we Chief Justice we." No more do Chief Justice ba. Oko Constitution ni moi. There will be a friend tribunal, regional tribunals. Ordinarily, any democratic constitution, it should not have what we call regional tribunals under it. Now, young what regional tribunals are under the constitution. Now, regional tribunals, because JJ Rollins, or no military mindset in it, or and the regional tribunals, special constitution. For the past 22 years, you have regional tribunal here. And they were some person with the regional tribunal back. It's a very regional tribunal. Now, almost a constitutional creation. So we have the Supreme Court as the apex court, and the Court of Appeal coming right under it. And the I think the regional tribunals, the High Court, then regional tribunals. That is Article 148. Most more documents in the Constitution reading. Now, Yansha there, Article 142. Also, there shall be established in each region of Ghana such a regional tribunals as the Chief Justice may determine. So it has left the creation of regional tribunal in the hands of the Chief Justice. I don't know what to mean Justice Tokunu. So they have to change Justice Tokunu. So the Chief Justice will come and establish regional tribunals in the whole regions. It's court is because of more train. So Justice Tokunu, Chief Justice. Normally Chief Justice for Fraba. No be established regional tribunals. 22 years we've not done regional tribunals. Now I share the composition of the regional tribunal. Or say the regional tribunal shall consist of the Chief Justice, one chairman, who is as a chairman here, chairman of the PNDC. Then, so regional tribunals, so more chairman, that means NDC for Crawford, they don't back show, and they don't need to have any legal backing, legal knowledge. Or much now was some swa. It will be sure. Yes, a tribunal will be some sort. Yamana follow Yakurama in the era of JJ Rollins, and no number some side back. So also it shall consist of the Chief Justice, one chairman, and such members who may or may not be lawyers. What the judge Rollins to throw you? The entire Domam and Yabri Chief Justice in any. Or say, second we can lawyer for and a bear judges and yadia. Name of regional tribunal and say it shall consist of the Chief Justice. One chairman, such members who may or may not be lawyers, as shall be designated by the Chief Justice to sit as panel members of a regional tribunal and for such period as shall be specified in writing by Chief Justice. So, Omobe set up regional tribunal. according to Article 142, Jeje Rollins in the way shame because also when you court said the bay court or be creative on one casane. Now your mama know yes civilian government also will be creative regional tribunals. The moment chief justice and one man again. TSC chief justice. No kura woman in any. Mese no kura woman in any movie. I didn't know some chief justice in it. Anna regional tribunal establishing who here lawyers. It is here say or the one when this for back watch. After okoni the case in one. Regional tribunal do case. Yes, he jail you. Now let's look at the jurisdiction of the regional tribunal. Or say the regional tribunal shall have jurisdiction to try such offences against the state and the public interest as parliament may by law prescribe. So in this case, we are faster, no more majority in parliament. A pass sembra, no more the regional tribunal. Now regional tribunal as national. No more the Dim case. It is the one we go through the High Court, the Court of Appeal. Almost what we use. It will be creative regional tribunals. This is what your mama is doing. The entire chief justice in India. Then I make a chill. And come on, now I say the regional tribunal shall have such appellate jurisdiction relating to the matters described in clause 1 of this article as may be prescribed by law. See, you could do what some High Court. Instead, you can Court of Appeal. Now could do Supreme Court. Regional tribunal now say appellate jurisdiction. You guys appellate jurisdiction. It means Oduwase we are. What mean from Court of Appeal? This outside the Baho. That's outside the Baho. Jeje Rollins the creators are boni we. And your mama person was out to us. Article 142, 143, the jurisdiction of the regional tribunal. And the courts are in appellate. You can't appellate jurisdiction. You do as a magistrate. And ye yafako. We are not about High Court. Now High Court to Court of Appeal. Now Supreme Court. But with the regional tribunal, the appellate jurisdiction of the court is given to the regional tribunal. You don't go to Court of Appeal. It won't obey. You do as we Naka so call appeal. Abasako Maho. Edi your mama sing crofua traba. So when ye a year or modi. Now young Konian share Article 1433. For the purpose of hearing and determining an appeal within this jurisdiction and amendment, execution or enforcement of judgment or order in appeal, and for the purposes of any other authority expressly or by necessary implication given to by this constitution or any other law, regional tribunal shall have all powers, authority, and jurisdiction vested in the tribunal from which the appeal is brought. So all powers when it comes to appeal, regional tribunal don't have it. Eddie, your mama be ni. Waiting and near Biri CJ no. Na yanko read petitions in our Modiaba. Justice Tokunu. Ye Chief Justice no. Or per certain regional tribunals in Yakodima for us. If so many case. A month for the radio, you have a year go be. So petition number 1. Ghana for where you document a free Flagstaff house. The entire Doma may Gina should ye Chief Justice any Munina Muridi be. So petition number 1, the original one the crummy, where you copy text in the Dugu and Yaso near the HMO. Have a year ready. Was it the petitioners known as Shining Stars of Ghana are praying President Mahama to sack Chief Justice, Justice Tokunu, because she requested President Anado to promote 5 judges to the Supreme Court in May 2024. The Shining Stars of Ghana argued that her proposal to promote the judges was in breach of Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution. They make particular reference to Article 1442, which states that Supreme Court justices shall be appointed by the President, acting on the advice of the Judicial Council, in consultation with the Council of State, and with the approval of Parliament. Aventie enti almost Justice Tokonu petitioner number 1 go be ade o Justice Tokonu aye and enti yenyina di emfiri one say was all recommended say yem promote some 5 justices be. But first of all, if you're recommending, it is against the law. the parliament war article 1442 you read article 1442 or say Supreme Court justices shall be appointed by President acting on the advice of the Judicial Council in consultation with Council of State. Not just that, and with approval of Parliament. So Ampani Ampa say Kufuado and I say Justice Tokunu will follow this process. I don't know Parliament approve it. It will Parliament approve it. Adi original associate from Pamono. Or see the petitioners claim that by writing to the president in her personal capacity as the Chief Justice, she had met the grounds for stated misbehavior, an offense that merited the removal from office, since no part of the process to appoint the justices of the Supreme Court admitted of her personal recommendation. Now the Omo Chirene say, I just I didn't see you. Nemo Churo Krata and Ko Kekeno. Tinie. Yenyina Sonia from Pamono. Petitioner number 1. When a Jomama say stated misbehavior. So on grounds I bet media Chief Justice. Oko Supreme Court a constitution. The constitution makes it clear, so for the independence of the judiciary, it wouldn't mean a year judge BID unless it said one merited certain things. You be ready. Now go be almost say or a troll letter come Kufuado. When the agent the Chief Justice said, wait. When the Kufuado your mama so original so the now young reading yanko or say Shining Stars Feather averred that on 15th October 2024 her ladyship Justice Tokonu presided over a panel to determine the constitutionality of an action by the Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Aman Sumani Baben, without hearing him in court. More fire. Was it Yama Speaker? When you petitioner, Shining Star, and a Shining Star, it was actually Nidi at the year Kingsley Ajay. Kingsley Ajay, when this in Papa. Kingsley Ajay, when this in Papa. Kingsley Ajay, and this in Papa. Kingsley Ajay. It was a Yama Right Honorable Speaker, Ama Court. Ama Mekambi, Ameka, a Yinibi. Was it the petitioner's claim? The petitioner's claim. Okay, that is ex parte motion. You can't ex parte. Go be court no. Emrana ema court kwai no. You free be ex parte motion. Say me ko Afrifa. Be say me ji bibi tiawa. Make me akọ court without your presence. Na ma kwa akọji aba bi tiawa. It bo wa injunction. E bo a certain ruling. Why when the can say ex parte motion? Na ex parte motion you free be man ba. O say no tie nyina so mfa nyina di. Now we will see they contend that Mrs. Araba Esaba Tokonu had ignored the Odi Ataram Pachem rule of natural justice, which simply translated in English, let the other side be heard. Now, Oko Ayembremwa, two cardinal principles of law when it comes to the fundamental human rights. Odi Ataram Pachem, and a normal Judas in Casaso. Odi Ataram Pachem says, there are some two obisua, Yencheni Perigui, and Yebusa say, sa case of constitutional interpretation. Now, speaker assembly the court a constitutional interpretation which the courts have been given at Article 2:1 the right and power 2:1 and 130 see the action bar only Supreme Court know what to me so to interpretation what say ye ntie abans man ba me na no be the abans man ba me court we you na jo mama so gina so petition you Shining Stars petition and your mama say, "Why refers here for Chief Justice?" Sija kwachire mremu abra wan fra abansu mani kwa miametra ho. Eti enyiredi. Also the petition is signed by chairman and convener of Shining Stars of Ghana, Kingsley Ajay, and was written on the 14th of February 2025. When you the ECJ? More fire. When you the ECJ you? Where you go be? When you the ECJ? A good father, your mama show we at the Council of State. So, Omunsham, Omo advice. After young Concoche, petition number 2. The entry CJD. Petition number 2. Let them know. Your mama no baby channel. I'm saying be hello. Petition number 2. Allah wallahi. Your mama be hello. When we just so, yam fra bamba biamba. It your grounds for removal. Boy. But the Chief Justice said. Chief Justice Tro Krata Koma Kufuado. Say ye more a year justice be abaso. It ye no so in promotion. And when you say Kufuado ye, there's no evidence of Kufuado ye. The Kufuado ye, the constitution is clear on the procedure in which and our members of parliament or man raise any concern. No about them. Petition number 2. Every ACP Ayamga Akolgo. Now ready we have a say. I say also ACP Ayamga. Have you ready we? ACP ni assistant commissioner of police. Or your police need was say a lawyer ni. I with the mobra. And what wrong? It's Yohani. You want to so. Yohani Yamamu. Yohani Semba. A trem you Chichemudu. Was in an ACP Ayamga Akolgo. What the petition by? Near the petition. Was assistant commissioner of police. Ayamga Yakubu Akolgo, who is also a lawyer and a chartered accountant. Once the Chief Justice suspended immediately for doctrine evidence, abusing her office, and being discourteous and aggressive towards him in court. Chief Justice Nemuno, or no, I am Gano. Chief Justice did not and the Chief Justice are doctor a year records of the court. Now the Chokers were doctor records of the court. Was it COP a ACP Ayamga? Averse that he appeared before the Supreme Court on November 14, 2023 in a case instituted. That is the Republic versus High Court. Secondly, ex parte, also ex parte, Ayamga Yakubu Akolugu. The police officer claims that the Chief Justice was it unruly to him? You guys are unruly as well. Muno. Ayamga is a Chief Justice in Muno. Asking him to stop shouting in the court. Was it Chief Justice Kachans who during his submissions and without provocation caused his arrest and detention for about 2 hours on the grounds that he was rude and exhibited conduct that was unbecoming of a lawyer. Now, the entire Yengina so, and from Pamu Chief Justice, and he said, Mr. Ayamga stated in his petition that the Chief Justice order to arrest and detain him amounted to 1. Abuse of prestige judicial office, breach of due process of law, rush of anger, and intended to ridicule and publicly embarrass him as a lawyer. Eti ono Ayamga Chief Justice Tiatiano, Chief Justice Catches Wonya is shouting. Eti a abuse of the fundamental right. Our Article 33. Among the processes are abuse of fundamental right as a person. You can go through Article 33 and seek redress. You can sue the Chief Justice. You don't sue the Chief Justice because Wabayaba, your mama will be court where your lawyer, Chief Justice Tiatiano, Eti Yengina Sumfani Chief Justice. When a Jomama Su Jinasu, where Gobi? When a Jomama Su Jinasu, the Chief Justice said, because I am Gaswa a lawyer, or court, and my Chief Justice Tiatiano, a Pamono, and Miacheno. So it is abuse of one on the fundamental human right. And meanwhile, he won't go on Article 33. What does Article 33 say? It says that if anybody your fundamental right is abused, whether a lawyer, whether you should come to court and come and seek for redress. Or someone seeking for redress. When your mama saw the Kuyen, now for you say, curiously, he claims that when he requested for the record of proceedings from the Supreme Court, he was shocked to see that it contained no reference of his arrest or the disparaging remarks the Chief Justice is alleged to have made on record. That to him constitute tampering with evidence and abuse of privilege office. Wait, chief justice. Wait. Second petition, I know. Was he abusing the fundamental right? One court, the original Sunni. And your man, Jomama, the general chief justice in it. About we are madam. I'm telling you, about madam. No, I'm telling you. About madam. Now, me shut time, me share a year. You can't say, Sofa Yakufu, former chief justice. Me share former attorney general. A year, you can't say. I bet more the truth. No, my share a year or more. I didn't run it. Mom was a committee. So says, how do you make us the chief justice? For third one, a Branian kind and euphoria. So then the euphoria, a Ghanaian citizen, alleges 21 instances of misbehavior on the part of Chief Justice and 4 counts of incompetence, which must necessitate the removal of the Chief Justice. Now, was it Chief Justice among the instances of misbehavior are allegations that the Chief Justice allegedly used 261,890 Ghana cedi of public funds of her private foreign travel in 2023 with her husband and daughter who were not entitled to such benefit. As it stands now, whether the kunune ne bano sika we ya wo kaso omudi no so won for evidence be am was this Chief Justice Yusui. They also spent $30,000 of the public funds as per diem on the trip. Also, Mr. Ofori further alleges that in the same 2023, her ladyship misappropriated 75,580 Ghana cedi on another trip with her husband and to Arusha, Tanzania, where she also spent $14,000 of accountable interest, which she failed to account for. The petitioner claims that her ladyship Tokonu interfered with judicial proceedings by using operatives of the national security to seize court computers during the trial of Asen North MP, Jachikwesen by the state. Mr. Daniel Ofori accuses the Chief Justice of unauthorized way of moving. It is your mama and your Chief Justice. Acquire tribunal in it. We are petitioning it. Obi, the entire you Chief Justice said, and your mammy and your petition in petition in any petition. Yayadi Chief Justice said in some years and ya. Then your foreign name, a colo go name, a year omudia. Wait, when the Chief Justice said, you know.